My baby's with me. People, welcome to Exploring the Car with Ra. Hello. We're gonna wait for some people to join. Yes, we are. We're gonna wait for some people to join. What's up, Jorge? What up, brother? Yo, what up, Steve? What up, Zeralath? Zeralath, we're doing a Zoom chat for sure in a little while. For sure. For sure. It's been rough, man. I'm tight for space right now. So, but we doing one. We doing one for sure. So, I'm mad stressed out too. I gotta fucking do court tomorrow. And I'm waiting for some money to clear my account, so I'm broke anyway for right now. So we definitely have a lot to discuss. Yeah, I need to get some battery backup supply. You're right. I just, diapers and food for the family and all that's way more a priority right now. So whenever I get some extra money to do all that, I will. And I will have that in a few days, hopefully. It sucks, but you know what? I am not complaining. As long as we're alive and we're able to talk to each other, all of us, then I'm happy. So I want to touch on real quick. You want to see the most beautifulest thing in the world? Not thing, the most beautiful person in the world is right here. Say hi, baby. Hi. Say hi, baby. That is the most beautiful star soldier in the world. Thank you. Yeah, she's an amazing combination between me and mommy. That's my baby. Yeah, she's only 20 months old. That is my little soldier. So before we were doing an interesting video that I got cut off on, and hey Black Tree, hey Colleen, thank you everybody. Yeah, I don't post pictures on Facebook or anywhere of my daughter. I mean, I just did a little glimpse of her there, but yeah, I never. Or just not just your auric field. Who's wasting time? Not just your auric field, but your timeline. What's wasting time? Me talking to people in the chat room? Is that what you're talking about? How is that wasting time? This is a live chat, so it's like a live chat. This is not your. If you think I'm wasting time by talking right now, this is not a class. This is a free live chat. So I'm not sitting here to like, come on, man, are you serious? You didn't just employ me to deliver information to you. You're sitting there on a free site. So you think I'm wasting time by talking to people in the chat? Take a hike then, brother. No offense, but like later. You're not my employer. Did you just employ me to do a video? Fucking take off, dude. Peace. So maybe I should just put the fucking phone down for an hour and let you guys sit there now. Nah, like if you want a class, then join my class. I don't know what to tell you how I'm wasting time. I'm out for a walk with my daughter, and I figured it would be a good time to touch on what I was talking on before. Richard. Now I know why they call Richard Dick. Now I understand. So, it was because I didn't get a chance to finish what I was talking about earlier, because my phone cut off. And, you know, time is rough for me. You know, right now I'm taking care of a baby. Me and my wife, we have a young baby. We have a lot of stuff going on. So when you see it at that point in time, because it's for, you know, time in the middle of me driving to somewhere, or while I'm walking my daughter, or something like that. So really weird. So the transparent stones of Ethiopia. Now, if you go back in my work, wow, this friggin' hill gets steep. So, if you go back into my work, that I've done many different posts of gonna get off this trail, honey. It's too bumpy. Better. So, if you go back in my work for the last few years, you'll see that I've been talking about some of my visions where I've actually seen bodies in pillars of stone, almost like they're in crystals, in some sort of crystallized stone, where like it's a transparent crystal, and it looks like they're like in suspended animation, or some sort of preservation. And some of them were giants, some of them were big dudes and big people. And me reading Herodotus blew my mind. Not only do I find similar references in Josephus, in Pindar, in all of the great historians. Now, Herodotus, for those that aren't aware, he's known as one of the fathers of history, one of the fathers of historic places and events and people. He does detailed descriptions of the Scythians, of a race that I've been talking about, the Nurians. They were a shamanic culture that's related to my lineage, who was said to be able to transform or shapeshift into a wolf type spirit at least once a year. And all sorts of other shamanic cultures, like the black cults, cloaks, various others civilizations. And they talk about the Persians, the Ethiopians, right? So then I come to a remarkable and it blew my mind. It made me pace back and forth, like I'm reading it pacing, and it's blowing my mind. And there's, in book 3 of Herodotus, he talks about the ancient Ethiopians. Hey, Laureen. Hey, Laureen. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining. Laureen, you're the best. Now, in book 3 of Herodotus, Herodotus is explaining some of the customs of the ancient Egyptians, the ancient Ethiopians, the ancient Scythians. And now let me remind you that what happens to a body after they die is very important to all cultures. The cult of the dead is everywhere, from Roman Catholicism to everybody. It's very important what happens to the body, to most religions, when we die. Now, the ancient Persians, very similar to the ancient Egyptians, is that they believe when you die, the body should not be offered to any living, breathing entity or creature. Otherwise, you are sort of like offering it up for them to devour, like a sacrificial offer, right? So, ancient Persians believe that you shouldn't, ancient Ethiopians as well, ancient Egyptians, they believe that you shouldn't bury the body, because when you bury the body, you are letting worms and other creatures eat this body. So you are offering it to a living entity. Now, at the same time, they also believe that if you burn the body after death, that fire is a living, breathing creature. Fire is alive. It's an entity in itself. It's an elemental force. It's a physical manifestation of sacred fire as well, right? It's a living body being devoured with the fire, and that you're never supposed to give a body to the gods, whether it's the gods of the soil, the earth, or it's the gods of the fire. Things that almost verifies my visions is what I found in Herodotus. It was a stone, but it was a transparent stone crystal, right? So sort of like a specimen, right? And when I read this, first of all, before I get further into, when I read this, immediately when I read it, I thought of Ethiopian opal. Opal is made from volcanic activity, basically, and water. It's like a sponge for water, opal, and it makes all these bright, beautiful colors, right? And it's transparent, but if it's not maintained, it'll become dark and cloudy where you can't see through it anymore. Now, the Ethiopians, it doesn't say it in Herodotus that it's opal. It's what came to me is that it's opal. But in Herodotus, it says clearly that when a body would die, the Ethiopians would paint it with chalk, white, would make it all white with chalk and other white substances to make it almost completely white, as lifelike as possible. And they would encase it in this transparent stone. And they would make it as a pillar where you can see the body through the stone, transparent, like it's a crystal coffin. Like it's a stone crystal coffin, transparent coffin. And then they would take that pillar and put it in the house of the family of the departed for 1 year. And then after that, they would take, and during that 1 year, they would be bringing it sacrifices. They would be bringing it fruits and offerings, all sorts of stuff, right? So after that 1 year, they would then put it in the center of the town. Like with others, it would be like a city of the stone dead in pillars, like a temple of obelisks or a temple of pillars, but they're actually temple of pillars of the dead. And eventually, I guess, after a certain amount of time, you wouldn't be able to see the bodies transparently anymore through the stone, that it would become darkened. And I think that's what Ethiopian opal, a lot of it has. You know, and if you look into Ethiopian opal, there's a myth about the opal that the Ethiopians believe that stone is literally alive. So there's that alone tells me that well, I'm onto something here. That's probably the stone that Herodotus is talking about in his works. And a lot of times, what Herodotus was talking about, people thought it was just myth. And then years and years later, we are now backing up a lot of what he said was true, exactly true. So why would he make this up about this Ethiopian custom? Very remarkable, very intense, and so much more to talk about concerning this and other places. And it's truly amazing, the history that we've not been told. So I hope, Richard, you got what you needed, buddy. I didn't waste too much of your time. Make videos for you, buddy. But if you want my complete attention like that, you could pay me. How's that? Sound better? Oh man, people are crazy. People are nuts. I mean, especially when dudes are sitting there watching YouTube and you're getting information from somebody, but how are you contributing? How are you getting back at all? You're just receiving. And then if you don't receive what you want, you get uptight about it. That is pretty much bizarre. So I shouldn't even be giving you any comments, but like when you were like, I'm wasting time. Holy crap, are you serious? This is like a live chat. Did you pay some admission fee to get here? Fucking crazy, dude. Crazy. Crazy. Well, I thought that was very interesting. Richard just dropped out. Peace, brother. I just saw one person drop that. But yeah, I would appreciate you not come back to my channel. It's not worth it. Whatever. So, I don't want to waste any of your time. Actually, you know what? It's meant for you guys to hear. You're welcome, Richard. You're welcome to the channel. Just, I don't know what you're, believe me. Trust me. But it's getting dark out. If you guys are patrons, check out the Patreon link because we're going to be going live on Zoom. The stone and crystal. Why they would keep it at the family's house for a year. Generate that worship and that sort of like charging it. When Herodotus and other people are explaining it, that's an outsider's point of view. Now, most likely, if a culture is doing advanced preparation of the dead, they're not a savage, primal culture. And they were taught this by somebody, or shown this by somebody. So there's a bigger picture here taking place of these stone. I believe, most likely, these pillars of transparent stone with bodies inside are literally battery packs for some universal harmony or law or some sort of energy system. Take care. Spiral out.